MLB Network has baseball coming your way on a summer night at Oriole Park in Baltimore. Tonight, Game 2 of this 3-game weekend series between the New York Yankees and the Baltimore Orioles. It's baseball on MLB Network, and it's coming up next. Number 13 is ready to go as he'll be on the hill for Baltimore. Dan, any thoughts?
Boy, this guy was unbelievably good in his last one. Struck out a ton of guys in an amazing performance, and all of his pitches were working. Let's hope he brings that A game back with him in this one.
Now to the plate, Benny Pimentel. It's been a really slow start to the season for him, as you can see by the April numbers on your screen. Pitch on the way. Strike one to start the at-bat. Guys, the Orioles, as they begin play here tonight, they come off another loss last time out, and in fact, they've dropped 3 of their last 4.
Yeah, Matty, hey, D-Row, this has not been the kind of homestand that they would like to have so far. Through the first 5 games, they're 2-3. D-Row, getting to 500 on this homestand is certainly one thing they'd like to do here today.
Yeah, they can salvage a little bit right now. They can walk out of here today with a smile on their face if they can get this back to 500 in these first 6 games. You pull a fastball like that, you got to tell yourself to slow it down a little bit, play more gap to gap, and keep that front shoulder square pointed towards the pitcher. That'll keep everything on plane.
Here's a breaking ball, but it doesn't quite find the strike zone. Starting to get a bit chilly here tonight. 57 degrees at game time. The 1-2. Neither guy willing to give in, and the at-bat will continue. Looking for the strikeout. Here's the 1-2. Swing, line drive. That's going to be trouble. He takes the turn and heads for second. And he's going to get to second now with nobody out.
Now that is the way you want to start a game on the road. He comes out swinging and stands at second as the first base runner of the night. Now we'll see if his teammates can pick him up and if they can punch first.
Batting second.
Standing in now, number 48, as he swings and misses at a first pitch fastball. 0-1. That batting average hovering in the high 230s. 3 homers, 9 driven in. From the stretch. And he powers a cut fastball by him that time, and he's in charge now, 0-2. So let's take a peek at our umpiring crew in this one. Behind the plate is Gary Simmons.
D-Row, this Gary Simmons, he's the kind of umpire that pitchers really like to throw to.
Yeah, I'm okay with it, though, Dan. You want to go east-west, I'll make the adjustment. It's the north-south that'll kill you.
Pimentel leads off second with nobody out. Boy, good cutting action to that pitch as that's the first out of the inning. With that, here's a look at the Yankees starting lineup. Thoughts, Dan? Who stands out?
Well, I'm definitely excited to watch Trevor Story in this one. He won the Silver Slugger for shortstops last year. And in today's games, shortstops swing the bat well. And for him to walk away with that award tells you what kind of a player he is.
Stepping into the box, Vladimir Guerrero Jr. And he's carrying a batting average of just over 300. So clearly he's been a productive player with the bat in his hand so far. From the stretch, here's the pitch. High in the air out to center field. Holiday is there, 2 gone. And that brings in the power hitting shortstop Trevor Story. Great chance to drive in a run here in the early going. First pitch coming. Here it is. Swinging bunt out in front of the plate. Oh, and no time to get him at first, not with his speed, and that'll go down as an infield single.
Hey, there's another base knock right there. A hitting streak now up to 8 games.
Yeah, no doubt about it. Well, 8 games. Nah, man, we're starting to think about it a little bit. You know, you get past that week, you just know you're locked in. They start talking 8 games, now you're like, all right, I got a nice little hitting streak going.
Ready to deliver. Here's the first pitch. And that misses, ball 1. And it's fouled away. Ready with the 1-1. No offer on that one. 2 balls and a strike.
Great chance right here as a hitter to be aggressive. You can pretty much count on a pitcher. He's trying to get back in the strike zone. And with 2 guys on base right here, it's time to grip it and rip it.
Two and 1. Here it is. A swing and a ground ball to third. And the 2-out threat will not come to pass as the inning is over. Yanks strand a pair. Yankees nothing. Orioles coming to bat. You're watching MLB Network. Digging in, Clint Frazier, and he's got that batting line up near the 300 mark entering play.
Hey, we're still in the early stages in this one. They're only down by a couple of runs, but it's really key for this leadoff guy to try to get on and get a big inning started.
A little tardy there. No balls and a strike. And a curveball. This one clocked at 78, and it's 0-2. Here's the 0-2. Fastball swung on and missed for the first down.
Okay, here's how the Birds line up today on defense. And guys, in this one today, we get to watch Gold Glover at first base. Watch the way he manipulates the bag with his footwork. Watch the way he bails his teammates out with picking balls out of the dirt. Can't stress this guy's importance enough.
So coming to the plate, number 40. It was a 2-hit effort for him, including a home run in last night's game. Ready with the first pitch. Here it comes.
That's a
A ball and no strikes.
Ball 1, no strikes.
A ball and a strike.
I think it's safe to say he wasn't ready for the fastball.
Yeah, and they set him up with that curveball on the pitch before, and that one, they just blew right by him.
And they could go either way now, I suppose.
Slow roller down the third baseline, but this will get foul. It's a ball and 2 strikes. The 1-2 is laid off for ball 2.
Well, one thing about him, he's an absolute grinder at the plate. You can pretty much count on him battling at the plate every chance he gets.
He's ready with the 2-2 pitch. Fouled off. 7th pitch of the at-bat coming up. Here now the 2-2. And another foul ball.
He's just having a hard time putting this guy away. 4 foul balls in this AB. I don't think this pitcher has got something that he can get a swing and a miss on.
And he fouls this one off.
Hey, we all love home runs and gappers, but I love the mano-y-mano right here. 5 foul balls in this at bat. He continues to make this pitcher work.
Line towards center field. But sadly for him, this will head straight to the center fielder as he puts it away without much trouble for the 2nd out. Stepping up to the plate, Gary Sanchez took an 0 for 4 in the victory last night.
Sanchez.
First pitch coming. Here it is. Fouled away. And it's 0-2 to Sanchez. Swung on and missed, and that's the final out of the inning. So the Yanks go 1-2-3. They're down 2-0. And that'll bring up Tyler Wade. And he's a guy really in need of something to click at the plate right now. It's been a rough go for him.
Lots of baseball left in this one as we're still early on, but you don't want to fall too far behind. They're already down by a bundle, and one of the things you want your leadoff guy to get on and set the table for the big boys to start driving in some runs.
Fastball in there for a called strike.
Yeah, I'm shocked he let that first pitch go right there. High fastball, but usually those ones travel the furthest.
The windup and the 0-1. Fought off at the plate as it's chopped foul. The pitch. And that's a swinging strike 3 in the dirt. And he makes the throw to first. Wade is retired, and there's one away. Digging in now, Benny Pimentel. He'll try to follow up the double in his last at-bat with another big hit right here. Ready to deliver. Here's the first pitch. Just off the outside, and it's 1-0. 1 out, nobody on. In for a strike. It's 1-1. From the windup, the 1-1 pitch. High in the air out towards shallow right. Stewart is under it. 2 down. In now is the Yankees DH, number 48. 0 for 1 here in the early going. First pitch of the at-bat. And it's fouled away. Into the windup. Here comes the 0-1. Late decision to swing that time, and as a result, it's 0-2. Now the 0-2 pitch. Breaking ball called just a bit low.
Tried to get him to chase that 0-2 curveball there, but he wasn't biting. Very well could see it again here, though.
Set to deal on a ball and 2 strikes. Swing and a miss. Blew the fastball right by him, and the inning is over. 1, 2, 3 go the Bombers. They're on the short end of a 4-0 score. So digging in now, Vladimir Guerrero Jr. He starts the inning, and Dan, they're down 6 in the early going. So what do they need to do to claw back into this thing?
Well, first of all, Matt, I think they need to start to get some base runners. It's hard to be patient when you're down by 6, but base runners are the key to getting back into this one.
Here's the first pitch to him. There's a good fastball on the outside corner as he'll take a look at strike 1. The 0-1 delivery.
That ball is foul.
Swing and a miss there as the breaking ball takes care of him for the first out.
He's looked great on the bump the first few innings of this game, and I think his ability to change speeds effectively has been a big reason why. That was a good change of speed for the strikeout there, and I've seen a lot of hitters look pretty off with their timing so far.
Now batting, shortstop, Trevor Story.
Into the box now, Trevor Story. Swinging a ball hit on the ground, but a foul ball here, 0-1. Into the windup, here comes the 0-1. Now a good pitch around the knees, but it doesn't quite catch the bottom of the zone. Even at a ball and a strike. Here's the pitch. Strike 2. Good curveball on the inside black. And Dan, that's a pretty good example of why he's such a great pitcher.
Yeah, stuff. Stuff is obviously the important key to being dominant on the mound, but it doesn't mean a whole lot if you don't have outstanding control to go along with it. But he does, and he really spotted that pitch.
The 1-2 is taken high above the zone.
Hey, I appreciate the fact that he's making him throw a few pitches. Most of his teammates have been hacking at everything that comes their way.
Here now the 2-2. Skied into straightaway right. Stewart is there. He's got it, and there are 2 down now. So striding forward now, number 22. 0 for 1 for him here in this one. Now the pitch. is swung on and driven out to right center field. A ball that's well hit. Stewart looks up into the bleachers and gone. Solo shot to right center. 6th home run on the season for him, and they're on the board. It's 6-1.
Yeah, they dug themselves quite a hole, but they say the first thing you need to do when that happens is to stop digging. Well, with that solo shot, they've stopped digging, but they've got a long way to go before they climb out of this hole completely.
Now batting, left fielder, Clint.
Into the box, Clint Frazier. As the first pitch to him is in there for a called strike one. Comes into this at bat 0 for 1 in the ball game. The windup and the 0-1. Here's a late swing and a miss, strike 2. And he struck him out, his 7th of the ball game, and that ends the inning. So it's 1 run on 1 base hit, the home run, no errors, and no one left on base. On now to the bottom half of inning number 4. The O's lead this thing 6-1. Settling in now, number 40. He's 0 for 1 thus far.
This one doesn't look good so far. Down by a boatload as we enter the middle innings. It's about time they get something going, and the last thing you want to do is fall behind where you have to score a bunch in the 8th and 9th inning.
And that's waved at and missed for strike 1.
Hey, I never want to take an offense's aggression away, but they've been swinging at a lot of pitches early in the count, find themselves down. I think they need to regroup, have a meeting in the dugout, and figure out a way to maybe look at some pitches.
Nope.
Tries to shave the corner with that pitch, but it's 1-1. The 1-1. Hard hit ball to second. Wilkerson is there, and the 5th inning will start with a ground out, 1 away. So yet another strong outing for him tonight as we show you the league leaders in ERA. And as you see, he's right up there among league leaders in that department.
Now batting.
So 1 away here with the bases empty. And the next to bat, the Dominican-born catcher, Gary Sanchez. Here comes the first pitch. And he gets ahead 0-1. Oh, 0-1 count, and the pitch. And he just ramps up and gears the fastball by him. 0-2.
Wow, that was an ugly swing right there, and that tells us all we need to know. Nobody's picking the baseball up off this guy.
Protecting on 0-2, so we'll do it again. Trying to send him packing for the 2nd time. Hit on the ground to short. He comes up with it. And there's out number 2. Digging in, Tyler Wade. He'll look to bounce back after striking out his last time up.
Yeah, and he didn't put up much of a fight either, Matty. Got to find a way. Can't go down 3 pitches. I don't care if you're staring at him or swinging at him. You have to find a way to make this pitcher work a little bit harder.
Taken, but called a strike. Is on the ground over to first, and he'll step on the bag himself, and the inning is over. So the Yanks go 1-2-3. They're down 7-1. Stepping in, Benny Pimentel, and Dan, he and his fellow top of the order hitters haven't really offered much help for this lineup so far.
No, your 1-2-3 guys are the ones you look to generate a lot of action, and they just haven't been up to the task so far in this one. Still time for them to turn it around, though. We'll see if it happens.
First pitch of the at-bat. Lifted down the line in left. And he's going to have room to put this one away, and that's the first out. Striding forward now is the DH, number 48. He's hoping to avoid the hat trick. He struck out in each of his first 2 plate appearances so far. First pitch on its way. Fouled off. 1 run on 3 hits, and no errors for the Yankees so far. Boy, right down the middle for strike 2.
I know to the fans that probably looked like something good to hit, but unless you're sitting breaking ball right there, I don't care if it's middle of the plate. That's a tough pitch to pull the trigger on.
Sent in the air out to straightaway center. Holiday waits on it. He's got it, and there are 2 down now. 2 away now in the Yankees 6th, and that brings up the big bat of Vladimir Guerrero Jr. Here comes the first pitch. Line toward the gap in left center, and that finds some outfield grass. It's a base hit.
Boy, there's a long drive bullet off the wall right there, but the outfielder does a really good job, D-Row, of getting that one quickly and getting it back in to keep him at first for a long single.
Yeah, and also nice job by the base runner not there, not putting his head down, being over aggressive and getting thrown out at second base. He saw the play happening in front of him and put the brakes on and got back for a base hit.
Yeah, D-Row, I think he would have been toast if he tried to stretch that one into a double.
Story.
He's set, and the pitch. And that swung on and missed for strike 1.
That's what makes pitching so difficult. You get the first 2 guys out of the inning, then you give up that 2-out base hit. Now you have the middle part of the order coming up, and this is where you have to really refocus on that mound, stay out of a potential big inning.
Nothing in 1 count. Here it comes. Looks like he swung it underwater that time for strike 2.
Now on 0-2, I don't think we're going to see any more hittable fastballs. If we see one at all, it'll probably be extended out of the zone, or at least that'll be the intent.
Yankee shortstop behind in the count 1-2. The 1-2. And he struck him out, his 8th punch out of the ball game, and that one ends the inning. The Yanks leave 1. They're down 7-1. Digging in and looking for more, number 22. He comes in 1 for 2 with that home run he hit earlier.
Goes to show you how strong this guy is. That wasn't a bad breaking ball that he hit for a home run in that last at bat. That ball was down and away. He went out and hooked it and pulled it. This guy's definitely a good hitter.
Up and away to start the inning. It's 1-0.
These guys have got to be frustrated as an offensive unit so far in this one. They haven't been able to crack the code on their opponent, but it's not like they're getting great pitches to hit either. This starter has kept the ball on the corners of the zone all game long.
1-1.
You know, the old adage is you never throw a lefty down and in because their ability to turn and burn, and this pitcher's taking that to heart. He is throwing everything away right here.
From the windup, the 1-1 pitch. Saw his eyes light up that time, but he swung at a bad one there.
Yeah, Matty, not only is this guy using all 4 quadrants, he's elevating, getting their eye level up with a quality fastball.
Oh, he's really got the strikeout pitch working now as he notches number 9 in the ball game.
Man, this guy's on his game today, not only when he's throwing strikes, but how about the amount of strikeouts? And what's even more impressive, no walks up to this point. So he's pounding that zone with strikes, and he's making these hitters swing the bat.
Up next for the Yankees, the left fielder, Clint Frazier.
Stepping in now, Clint Frazier. As the first pitch here's a bit high, it's ball 1. 0 for 2 from him so far in this one. The windup and the 1-0 pitch. That's by him for strike 1.
1 ball, 1 strike.
The 1-1. And he fouls this one off.
That fastball must have a little late life on it because that was right in the wheelhouse and he still wasn't able to get good wood on it.
He struck him out the 3rd time he's fanned in the game.
Well, this pitching staff has done a pretty good job right there. That's the 4th time he struck out, and we're only in the 2nd game of this series.
The batter, number 40.
Standing in now, number 40. As he takes a fastball off the plate for a ball 1-0. No hits to this point. The 1-0 home. A swing and a miss, strike 1.
Great off-speed pitch right there. He was definitely sitting fastball, wanted to turn and burn. Everything went flying. This pitcher might be on the attack with that pitch all game long.
Pulled toward right center field. Stewart sprinting after it. But it's over his head, and it hops the wall for a ground rule double.
Hey, there's a hard hit ball that was going to be down for extra bases. The ball had some spring on it, and it bounced over the wall, and the ground rule double puts him on second base without having to leg it out.
Into the box now, Gary Sanchez.
Now batting.
Chance to cash in here, and don't be surprised if he does. Certainly known as one of the best clutch hitters in the sport today. Ready with the first pitch. Here it comes. And he starts the number 8 hitter with a strike. 0-1. Here comes the 0-1. Waved at and missed, and he's behind 0-2.
Looks like he's got a good feel for that two-seam fastball this far into the game. He's used it really effectively tonight.
And yet another strikeout here. His 11th of the ball game, and this one ends the inning. Danger averted following the two-out double. More from MLB Network. Saturday baseball after this. Ready now, Tyler Wade. He leads off their half of the 8th, and they've been unable to get that starter out of the game to this point.
Yeah, he settled in early on the mound, partly due to the lead his guys gave him to take some of the pressure off. He's taken that and pitched very effectively in this one.
First pitch on its way. Popped him up. Torres in foul ground, and that's the first out of the inning. Now back to the top of the lineup. Stepping in, Benny Pimentel. He flew out in his last at-bat. First pitch of the at-bat. Sends that one out of play for strike one. The windup and the 0-1. And that one cut a little too much. A ball and a strike. 1 run, 5 hits, and no errors for the Yankees so far. Now the 1-1 pitch is swung on and missed, and that's strike 2.
Got him in the chase after the curveball below the zone there. That was a really nice pitch, and it can be a really tough one to lay off of as a hitter.
Nearly got the inside, but ruled the ball. Now another 2-2. Just staying alive, putting together a really good at-bat here. The 2-2 one more time. A bouncer up the middle. He gets dirty, but he can't get there, and it's into center field. As we take a look at his numbers, a couple of things jump out at you.
Definitely, Matt. He's been throwing it by guys the entire game, but that leads to some high pitch counts, and that's the case here. After that hit, you have to wonder if he's starting to get a little bit fatigued.
Yeah, and in today's game, everyone seems to want to err on the side of caution in terms of pitch counts. Next will be the designated hitter, number 48. He's gone hitless in this one, Dan, and he's not alone.
No, he's not, Matt. This lineup has had no answer for their opponent on the mound so far.
Here's the first pitch to him. Fouled away.
This is the situation where there's a lot of pressure on the infielders if the ball's put in play on the ground. Both the guy at first and at the plate are burners, so a double play is going to be tough. Even getting one out could be a challenge.
Now the 0-1. Hit out towards second. And that'll get by into center field for a base hit. As we take a look at his numbers, a couple of things jump out at you.
And here's the thing from a pitcher's perspective. You look at this line and you think, wow, he's been sitting guys down all game long, and that's true. But on the flip side, his pitch count is up there. You have to wonder if he might be starting to get a little bit tired in this one.
Yeah, and in today's game, everyone seems to want to err on the side of caution in terms of pitch counts. In now, Vladimir Guerrero Jr.
And it's grounded just foul down the line.
He's got a hit in 3 at-bats to this point. On its way, the 0-1 pitch. Another one fouled off, and he's quickly behind 0-2. Swing and a miss, and they'll dodge a major bullet that time. 2 away.
That's not an at-bat he or his hitting coach are going to be happy with at all. It's bad enough to go down on 3 pitches, but none of them were even in the strike zone. That's a bad look.
Next will be the cleanup hitter, Trevor Story. And here's an at-bat you don't want to miss. The pop is something to see, so will have to be dealt with carefully here. He's ready. Here's the first offering. To the left side. Throw on to first, and the Yankee threat goes by the boards as the inning is over. Yanks strand a pair. They trail big. It's 9-1. Into the box, number 22, starting things for his side in the 9th as they face the improbable odds of trying to come back in this one.
Yeah, not a lot of hope for them at this point. But these guys know these bats still count, at least for their own stats. You can't mill in your chances as a professional.
He's ready. Here's the first offering. Line toward the alley in left center. That gets down, and he's got himself a base hit.
Boy, there's another opposite base hit right there, Dero. He's turning April showers into May foulers right now.
There's no doubt about it. This guy has gotten off to a hot start, but it's his ability to use the whole field. That's what's made the difference. He's not just pull happy or trying to push everything the other way. He's taking what the pitcher's giving him.
Into the box now, Clint Frazier, and it's fouled away. He's hitless in 3 at-bats to this point. Ready with the 0-1 pitch. Line to the right side, but this is speared by the first baseman, and he'll take it to the bag for the out, and there's your unassisted double play. Striding in once again, number 40. He doubled his last time through.
Yeah, he did a great job to go down and get that one his last at bat. But I got to think they're going to pitch him up, maybe elevate something in the zone. Interested to see how he approaches this next AB.
Tried to check it, and it's 0-1. Bases are empty here with 2 men out. Grounded weakly down the line toward third, but that'll get foul. It's 0-2 now. Swing and a miss. He struck him out, and that'll do it here as the ball game is over.
Hey, listen, in baseball, we don't see very many complete games any longer because of pitch counts. But listen, he was good from the first inning through the ninth. Well-deserved complete game victory.
9-1 is the way this one ends. Baltimore jumped out to an early lead in the first and never looked back. Number 13 earned his 5th win of the year, turning in a very strong complete game effort. Tyler Glasnow permitted 6 earned runs to come across in the losing effort. So that just about does it. For Mark DeRosa, Dan Plesac, Heidi Watney down on the field, and the rest of our crew, I'm Matt Vasgersian. Thanks for watching MLB Network.